Hello everyone. I'm going to enjoy some popcorn with you. I made some popcorn and I'm going to enjoy it with you. So let's get started. One interesting thing about the way I eat popcorn, I've been doing this for a couple of years, is I hate that my hands get that popcorn residue on them and like I can't type or play on my phone or something. So I just started out of the blue eating popcorn head first. Burping, excuse me. And so when that happens, don't be scared. I just don't like to get my hands all greasy with the popcorn. And plus, I think it's easier. And it allows you to, pick up the bowl. And that way your hands are clean. So today I'm going to be eating Orville Redenbacher's gourmet popping corn, but it doesn't say this is the all natural brand. It's not labeled on the bag, but the box, this is the all natural one. It comes in like a beige box. I like the all natural one. And I hear that a lot of corn, excuse me, I almost bit my tongue. A lot of corn grown in America is genetically modified, and I think that genetic modification of organisms, I don't know, it's kind of a fine line. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it. Like, if one of my organs were failing, I would want, you know, to either be able to modify my genetics or produce an organ substitute. If I was in a crisis with my organs or something like that. But when it comes to food, I feel like there's so much bounty in food already. Like natural food, corn, something so simple and so perfect. Why? Anyway, I'm not going to get so deep into that, but I'm going to avoid genetically modified corn if I can. That's one of your prerogatives to live in a capitalistic society. But this is so good. I think it's just salt and maybe like a hint of garlic powder. It's awesome. I usually set the microwave for a minute and a half and then just listen for it to slow down. Usually around 1 minute 15 seconds it will start slowing down, so I'll stop it because I'd rather have fewer delicious kernels than more burnt kernels. And then the interesting thing about Orville Redenbacher is that I feel like halfway through, like 2005 or something, they started coming out with commercials after Orville had passed away. They created a computer-generated animation of Orville Redenbacher. And at first, it almost looked real, and then you realize this is like a balloon head CG character posing as a real person. It's as if, obviously they made a character out of this person. I found this a little upsetting. It was so surreal. It looks like something they would do on Saturday Night Live. Like whenever the mascot passes away, you make a computer surrogate. And in the future, that might not be so far away. Or like if they made Ronald McDonald CG, like that would make total sense. But Orville was a real person. Like they made a character for Burger King that made sense, but he wasn't based on a real person. They made a character based on KFC. You know, the Colonel I think appeared like a character playing the Colonel appeared in like a couple of commercials, and then now they have this. She's in Louisiana. She's a Louisiana lady, and you know she's like all home cooking and stuff, and you gotta love her. But she's not the Colonel, you know. So to use a computer generated Orville Redenbacher is kind of I just thought it was so surreal. Never see a commercial and analyzing it critically. I think for all the car insurance commercials, the Geico ones were pretty funny for a while. I don't think I've laughed out loud with the Geico commercial. For the State Farm commercials, and they do the jingle and then they appear. I thought those are funny. Um, Progressive. Not every commercial by Progressive is a winner, but some of them are so funny. Flo is so lovable, even though she's like too corny. She's too corny, like that joke. There's something so lovable about her. She's like so goofy, and then sometimes she'll play more than one character, like her family reunion commercials. It's so funny. I think those are hilarious. Mm. Sometimes I find listening to people eat very relaxing, so I thought I would pay it forward and just eat and chat and see if anyone else gets relaxed by it. I've got about 10 minutes before I need to get dressed and get active for the day. I've been home almost all day. First I had some coffee and then I had some yogurt and then some pieces of cookie, a blondie that I made a couple days ago. Blondie is like a brownie in that it's like little squares that you eat, but it's like a cookie in that the dough is like a golden butter dough. I think that's what you call the recipe for a chocolate chip cookie that doesn't have chocolate chips, a golden butter dough, golden butter cookie. And I think my roommate brought me home. But anyway, it's really good and buttery and tender and delicious. So I had some of that. I was playing the new Majora's Mask 3D for the Nintendo 3DS. I love it. I have so much nostalgia with that game, and it's been revamped, and it's just beautiful. At first, I was worried that the screen wouldn't be big enough to capture that 3D world. But so far, I haven't had any issues. I haven't been in the first dungeon yet, but in the like trying to navigate the main hub world, did pretty good. Did pretty well. I was gonna say did a pretty good job. So after Majora's Mask, I made some tea. It was a yogi tea. I love that brand. It's like a tangerine energizing tea. So good. And then I got a shower, and I transferred some data to my hard drive. And now I'm just relaxing, watching YouTube, eating popcorn. I'm about to go get late lunch. It's almost 4 right now. Just getting late lunch. I should probably end it. It would benefit me to end this video pretty soon. Maybe the cap is like 13 minutes, so I'm just gonna finish this bowl. If you like listening to people eat, let me know what kind of foods you like to hear, or what kind of food you'd like to eat. I find popcorn so craveable and so satisfying at the same time. So it's easy, it's high in fiber, and you just go to town, you know. Same with chicken and rice. Love it. I also like my chicken and rice with just like chicken broth and rice. Maybe a little bit of dark meat in there. I don't like a lot of thick meat chicken in my chicken and rice. I also prefer more like a soup than like more juice, more broth than just ingredients like rice and chicken. Otherwise, I would just have a plate with rice and chicken on it, you know? Ever since I was a kid, I feel like I've had trouble salivating. This is too personal. But like whenever we would have Oreos at snack time, I would dunk the cookie in the milk because it would make it tender. And I found that trying to eat the cookie dry was too dry, and I had to keep chewing and chewing, and my mouth wouldn't produce the saliva. But it would. But like other kids would say, "Oh, I love it when my mom makes crispy cookies." I like it when my mom makes soft, tender, melt in your mouth cookies because they melt in your mouth. They don't require extra saliva. That's one of the things that popcorn is famous for: getting caught in your throat and getting caught in your teeth. One of the worst things, well, cinnamon or pepper getting in your throat is awful. But oats, whenever you eat oatmeal or anytime you eat oats, it's so light and so absorbent that they get blown around constantly whenever you're like breathing and eating, and they'll get in your throat. I always say like, "Oh, there's an oat in my throat," and people think I'm joking because it rhymes, but it's very serious. I have to say, oats and chocolate. Mm, Oats and chocolate and like strawberries have very very bad aftertastes. I threw strawberry out there because I think it has a bad aftertaste, but chocolate and sorry for the cough. I hope it It wasn't too loud. Chocolate and oats have terrible aftertaste. Anyway, it's 15 minutes, so I just had my last kernels. So, if you enjoyed this video, let me know with a like, and let me know what other foods you'd like to listen to, or that you want to introduce me to, or that you want to introduce to me. I'm going to be getting ready for my day, so I bid you adieu, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.